Forget algorithms and charts. The real gold mine of investing wisdom lies not in numbers, but in the mind of Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's right-hand man and a sage himself. Hi, business minds and entrepreneurs. Welcome back to Business Mind Talks channel. This is no ordinary investing video. We're not here to chase trends or pump hot tips. We're here to crack the code of Munger's unconventional philosophy, one that unlocks wealth not just in your bank account, but in your entire life. First, the Munger Method, investing beyond the market madness. Munger calls Mr. Market your irrational friend. He throws tantrums, overvalues, undervalues, but through it all, presents opportunities.
We have to deal in things that we're capable of understanding. And then, once we're over that filter, we have to have a business with some intrinsic characteristics that give it a durable competitive advantage. And then, of course, we would vastly prefer a management in place with a lot of integrity and talent. And finally, no matter how wonderful it is, it's not worth an infinite price. So we have to have a price that makes sense and gives a margin of safety considering the natural vicissitudes of life. That's a very simple set of ideas. And the reason
Munger's value investing approach isn't about quick wins, it's about finding businesses with strong moats, like Coca-Cola or See's Candies. Businesses that generate consistent cash flow, reinvest wisely, and are built to last, not just for the next quarter. Second, more than money, the Munger Mindset for a richer life.
Well, my advice for a seeker of compound interest that works ideally is to reduce your expectations, because I think it's going to be tougher for a while. And it helps to have realistic expectations, makes you less crazy. And so I think that, they say that common stocks from the aftermath of the Great Depression, which was the worst in the English-speaking world in hundreds of years, to the present time, maybe an index has produced 10%, but that's pre-inflation. After inflation, maybe 7% or something. And between 7 and 10, in terms of its consequences, are just hugely dramatic over that long period of time. And if that 7 in real terms that may have been achieved starting in a perfect period through the greatest boom in history, starting now, it could well be 3% or 2% in real terms. And it's not unthinkable you'd have 5% returns and 3% inflation or some ghastly consequences like that. And so the ideal way to cope with that is to say, if that happens, I can have a happy life. Because why shouldn't you be happy in spite of the fact that the civilization wasn't quite as easy as it was for my generation? And now beyond that, when it gets more difficult, how should you do it? Well, the answer is because it's going to be very difficult, you should work at it. And if all that gets you is 6% for a lifetime of work instead of 5%, you should be cheerful about it. If you want to hit it out of the park easily, you should talk to Jim Cramer.
Munger's Lollapalooza effect isn't just about compounding returns, it's about compounding good choices. Every wise decision you make, every skill you learn, snowballs over time, leading to a richer, more fulfilling life.
Before we continue with our discussion, are you ready to turn your business dreams into reality? If yes, introducing our groundbreaking online courses in entrepreneurship. Cash Flow Academia, the ultimate guide to building a successful business from the ground up. From developing a rock-solid business plan to mastering digital marketing strategies, our comprehensive curriculum is crafted to meet the demands of today's dynamic market. Get ready to unleash your creativity, harness your potential, and take your business to new heights. Enroll now and embark on a journey of entrepreneurship that will redefine your future. Visit our website or click the link below to secure your spot.
We will continue with number 3, avoiding the Munger Misfires, outsmarting your own brain.
In my life, to give another example, the Mungers would have twice the assets they now have if I hadn't made one mistake of omission back in the 1970s. And really stupid. And I blew an opportunity that would have doubled my present net worth. That is a normal life. You get one or two. How things work out, it's the basis. We all know people that are out married, their spouses are so much better. Think what a good decision that was for them. And what a lucky decision, way more important than money. And a lot of them did it when they were young, they stumbled into it. Now, you don't have to stumble into it, you can be very careful. A lot of people are wearing signs, danger, danger, do not touch, and people just charge right ahead. That's a mistake. Well, you can laugh, but it's still a horrible mistake. And it's been fun for the people on this board to know one another and work on these oddball things and to handle life's vicissitudes. Of course, it's very peculiar that we're so old. But if you actually figure out how many decisions were made in the history of the Daily Journal Corporation or the history of Berkshire Hathaway, it wasn't very many per year that were meaningful. It's a game of being there all the time and recognizing the rare opportunity when it comes and recognizing that a normal human allotment is to not have very many. Now, there's a very confident bunch of people who sell securities who act as though they've got an endless supply of wonderful opportunities. Well, those people are the equivalent of the racetrack tout. They're not even respectable. It's not a good way to live your life to pretend to know a lot of stuff you don't know and pretend to furnish you a lot of opportunities you're not furnishing. And my advice to you is avoid those people, but not if you're running a stock brokerage firm. You need them. But it's not the right way to make money. And this business of controlling the costs and living simply, and that was the secret. How much money? Warren and I had tiny little bits of money. We always underspent our incomes and we invested and if you live long enough, you end up rich. It's not very complicated. And now there is a part of life which is, how do you scramble out of your mistakes without them costing too much? And we've done some of that too. And if you look at Berkshire Hathaway, think of its founding businesses: a doomed department store, a doomed New England textile company, and a doomed trading stamp company. Out of that came Berkshire Hathaway. Now, we handled those losing hands pretty well and we bought into them very cheaply. But of course, the success came from changing our ways and getting into the better businesses. And it isn't that we were so good at doing things that were difficult. We were good at avoiding things that were difficult, finding things that are easy. By the way, when we bought the Daily Journal, that was easy. And what we're doing now in this software business is difficult. But due to the accident of these good associations and the fact that these old colleagues have lived so long, we're doing pretty well in the new business. It has potential. And it's fun to do. And how many declining newspapers have hundreds of millions of marketable securities lying around and a new business with some promise?
Our brains, much like Mr. Market, are prone to tantrums. Munger identifies these as psychological errors, blind spots that trip us up. Avoid overconfidence, resist the thrill of the chase, and beware the seductive whispers of the herd mentality. Charlie Munger's advice isn't a magic formula, but a map to a richer, more meaningful life. Invest in yourself, make smart choices, and embrace the power of lifelong learning. By following the Munger Code, you might not build a Berkshire Hathaway, but you'll build something far more valuable, a life of wealth in its truest form. Remember, wealth isn't just about dollars and cents, it's about living a life of wisdom, fulfillment, and purpose. Let Charlie Munger be your guide, and start decoding the buffet code of your own life today. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more video updates.